you also get an intro slide from me. So I am a software developer at Atlassian. I consider the role to be quite vague, so I'm going to go a bit into my journey into software development. So I consider my background quite relatable in the sense that I'm a very flawed individual. Is there anyone here that didn't pick their degree until there was pretty much no time left to procrastinate making the decision? Yep, that's me. Indecisive, very short attention span, and I'm like an excited puppy in that I get excited by all these things because I'm a massive nerd at heart. So luckily for me, I kind of fell into the excited puppy of degrees in that I chose a Bachelor of Computer Science at UNSW. So what this means is that there's no majors, there's no thesis. I essentially just chose whatever elective interests me. And at times that was maths or business, but for the most part, my degree life looked like this. And I kind of loved it. I loved that I was learning 20 seemingly unrelated things per day, where I'd start in the morning from networks, go to algorithms, and then maybe finish up with a bit of functional programming via generalized algebraic data types, that usual thing. But then came the part in every graduate's life that they loathe, which is the worst part, which is, hey, what do you want to do after you finish uni? So I did what most students would do when they come to that point, and I threw my resume as far and wide as it would go, hoping it would stick somewhere. And luckily, one day for me, I got a call from a company called Atlassian. And they said, hey, would you like to join us as a graduate software developer doing full stack work in one of our upcoming platform teams? And I was like, cool. Sounds vague. I'm up for it. And that's where I started at the beginning of 2017. And when I started there, I was thinking, Sarah, you have a team relying on you now. You have project deadlines to meet. Terrifying. So you really need to learn to focus and do whatever you can to be the best full stack developer you can be, whatever that means. And then one day my manager sat me down and he said, Tara, where do you see yourself in 5 years or even 1 year? And as you can see from this talk so far, I've had this amazing track record of being able to plan for my future. So I looked him in the eye and I said, dude, you should have told me that I had homework so I could prepare a response for this. But I went away and I did what all good software engineers do. I went and Googled the answer. And here comes my themes for what I recommend for all of you to take away from all of this. So as I was looking at this, I found this really good article defining what good software engineer means. And I'm happy to link it to any of you if you come find me after asking about it. But essentially the answer for me was about stealing treasure. And to go a bit more to details, when I was in algorithms within uni, we got this question posed to us, and it was as such. 2 thieves steal some treasure from a warehouse, and they're parting ways. There's no price tags on anything, but they want to split the treasure in such a way that each thief believes that they have at least half, or at least as much as the other person. How can they do it? So the answer for this is that one thief will split the pile such that he or she believes it's exactly 50-50, and then the other thief will go and pick the pile that they want. I'll let you guys think about that a bit more, but essentially when I heard that in uni, I was like, that is so cool. Like, I want to be able to solve problems like this. Like, it felt like Jedi mind tricks, being able to kind of solve this stuff, and I want to be able to do that. And that's a lot what being a computer scientist is about. It's about seeing whatever problem comes your way and solving it. Sometimes it's massive. Sometimes you look at this and you're like, there's no way someone can solve this. But I find that what good computer scientists can do is they can take whatever problem that comes and they can break it down to sizable chunks and then work through it. The other thing I believe good engineers need to be is avid learners. So there's a lot of the technology that we see today that will be redundant in 5 years. So there's no point having big egos about which is the best programming language. It's all going to be redundant. So always keep learning and always see what technology you can then apply to the work you do in your day-to-day. And then I guess that's the third part about being a good engineer, which is that you need to have a lot of pride in your craft. You need to constantly want to produce the best work possible and be able to share it with others. So where does that leave me today? Hi, my name is Tara. My day-to-day can range from things like front-end, back-end, performance, operations. I'm a little bit all over the place, but I think I'm a better software engineer because of it. I realize I probably didn't talk a lot about what Atlassian does, but if you have questions, please come find me in there afterwards. Thank you.